Hello all, Tail here, bringing you another knife unboxing. This one I got an opportunity to check out thanks to a certain company, which you'll see as soon as I get into the box. I'm trying to do this so I don't show off my information on the other side. Otherwise I'd normally be cutting directly into this more. The company I got the opportunity from was Kansept. Because that's a Kansept box right there. The unboxing knife is the Benchmade Barrage, which I'm still working on my view of, my review of, my feelings on, etc., etc., etc. Hopefully this is a good unboxing, because this is interesting. There were a couple knives that I was looking at, and I'll be honest, I did not pick the knife that I think is probably the best functional knife. That being the Tuff. That's a new knife from Kansept, and I think that's probably one of the best designs they've done in general. It just really looks like it's hollow ground. It looks like it's just going to be a really good functioning knife. This is a little bit more stylized. And heavily packaged. Really. Alright, this is the odd... Let's see if it says it right here. The odd 21. Designed by Tuff Knives. And as you can see, it's a more of a sweeping kind of style knife. I don't think it's going to be quite the performer that the Tuff would be. But, yeah. So I got it in this flamed anno. I honestly would have preferred probably just the black or the straight silver, but they only have those versions with their Damascus blades. I didn't really want that on this knife. Though I like those handles more. Also kind of wish there weren't holes in the handle. In general, I'm not a fan of holes. Oh, that sounds terrible. Let's get this open. Okay. Yeah, you see, this is a very unique looking knife. It's a very interesting style knife. It's thicker than I necessarily thought it was going to be. But the reason I don't think this knife is going to perform quite as well as the Tuff is because the Tuff has the high hollow grind, and this thing has this sort of mid-level, not hollow grind. I don't think it's quite as thick as I thought it was going to be, but... And I knew that this knife was like a 3-inch blade, I think? Yeah, basically 3 inches to here. I mean, if you want to go down to here, it's like 3 1/8, but it doesn't have a particularly large blade. In fact, Civivi Elementum. I mean, the amount of blade dwarfs it, because it's got a huge blade on it, but it's not a whole lot more of the blade than the Civivi Elementum, so I wasn't sure, seeing this handle, if I would even be able to get a full 4-finger grip on it. But you can. Pleasantly surprised about that. And it's thick enough that and the clip is flat and rounded just enough that it's pretty comfortable in hand, honestly. I don't really feel the clip. Or I should say, I know I'm on top of the clip, but it doesn't feel any different than the rest of the knife. And you can definitely get a full grip on it. I think I can get back here with a full grip even. So, even larger hands. That's impressive. Doesn't look like you would be able to get a full grip on this thing, but you can. Okay, good action. Front flipper too. Wow, that's a heck of a detent. Did you hear that? Sheesh. The lock bar's a little stiff. And again, it's providing that crazy detent. Access to the lock bar could definitely be better. It is cut out a little on the inside, though it's cut out weirdly enough more on the outside. I'm not 100% sure why they bothered to cut that knife out on the outside other than, I guess, comfort. Okay, fine, fair enough. Comfort is important, but I kind of wish this was maybe just back a little further. It's not hard to get to, but you gotta kind of go at it from the front. That detent, though, is crazy. Can I... Ooh, and the jimping is all the way around. I like seeing that. And it's pretty good grippy jimping. Ooh, that detent is heavy. Can we do this? Yes, you can. Okay. So it's mostly the reach around. It's a tall, relatively broad knife. And the D10, I think, is just a tad bit too heavy, so I can't quite get it like that. That was my fault, but front flipper works well. This tiny minimal flipper tab works all right. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think you just want to... Yeah, you really want to land there, so it's kind of like a, not quite a push button, but not quite a light switch. I like it. No up and down play. No side to side. And we are pretty centered. And the lock bar cutout is on the inside. Nice seeing that. I like this more than I even thought I was going to, and I thought this was an interesting knife, and that's mostly why I got this one, because it's interesting. The push grip, the clip is not that super comfortable for. Yeah. I mean, I guess if I go here for the push grip, it's more comfortable, but if you sort of want the blade right there, the push grip is not super comfortable because you get this going into your hand, you get the clip going into your hand. Not ideal. It's not terrible up there if you really want to choke up and you're willing to get that close. But the basic saber grip kind of, basic knife usage grip, surprisingly good. This is a very interesting knife. I quite like it. I typically like Tuff knives designs. There's just oftentimes been one aspect of something that he's designed that it hasn't thrilled me. I don't love the holes on some of his ones that he did, I think, for he did a budget knife for, was it Civivi? Yeah. It's too small. But this is nice. Alright. Unboxing over. I will review this knife. I know I can tell you right now I don't like the plunge grind. It's hitting the edge. But I'll review this knife, carry it for a little while. Let's see what it says. See you later.